It is tough. It is tough. The series is not over. Miami Heat's down 2 games. Oh, you know what? I thought we were going to go to break. Let's not do that. Let's hear LeBron James.
Will, we will start on your end.
Okay, thank you. Mike?
Hey, LeBron, Mike Trudell in LA. I believe you would have just finished your junior year in high school, 2002. Kobe and Shaq both go for 30-plus against the Nets. Game 3, the finals. You, of course, were then drafted the next year. You and AD, it's the first time Lakers teammates have done that since then. Just wondered if you were, like, your thoughts on the Kobe-Shaq dynamic and kind of what it's like going through a game like today with AD, especially at a similar level of efficiency.
You know, obviously being in high school and watching the Kobe-Shaq duo, it was the most dominant duo that I have personally seen in my life from a basketball perspective. Hadn't seen, obviously, we knew the force that Shaq brought to the table, but the elegance and force that Kobe played with as well. They were very dominant in what they did on the floor, on both sides of the floor. So to be in a conversation with those two guys, myself and Anthony, or myself and AD, he's going to kill me. Myself and AD, it's just very humbling because, I mean, I know I grew up watching those guys. I grew up admiring Kobe, obviously, for, you know, kid coming straight out of high school. So, you know, admired that kid that was young and got the opportunity, and obviously the force that Shaq played with. So just very humbling, and we're happy that we can be even mentioned with those greats.
LeBron, both AD and Frank kind of indicated that they, even though it's a win, they weren't totally happy with how things went today, defensively, especially. Frank had mentioned. Do you agree with that? And if so, what concerns you about?
No, I definitely agree. And myself, coach, and AD was not happy with our defensive presence tonight. We know we can be a lot better, and we're just from. You know, myself and AD, we're not satisfied, and with, you know, just a win. We want to be great. We want to be great. You know, as close to 48 minutes as possible. And I know I said it after game 1, but I'm extremely excited to watch the film tomorrow as well as a group and see ways we can be better. We're playing against a very dangerous team in Miami where, you know, they have 5 guys on the floor that's a threat, as they've shown tonight. So we have to continue to stay on our P's and Q's and cross our T's and dot our I's throughout the course of the game. And just, you know, if we have a breakdown, being able to cover for one another. But they do a great job of putting your defense in positions that you may not be accustomed to. So we definitely was not happy with our performance defensively tonight. And hopefully we can be, well, we know, not hopefully, we know we'll be better in game 3.
Allison?
LeBron, if you indulge me on the Kobe-Shaq line of questioning, obviously Shaq, big post presence, a 5 as much as a 5 can be, Kobe perimeter and all that. You and AD seem to have elements, maybe a bit of both of their games. I don't know if you would agree with that, but if you do, could you describe how maybe both of you are a bit of a hybrid of what those guys brought to the court?
Well, I guess if you look at the sense of the size and the power and the speed that Shaq at his size played with, you could look at my game throughout the course of my career and say that. And then you look at the elegance and the ability to shoot the ball and the ability to play in the paint as well, post up, get into the perimeter. I guess you can say that you can have some of AD's game that can compare to Kobe's game in that sense. Obviously, we're all 4 of us, we're all different positions. You know, Kobe was a natural 2 guard. I'm kind of I don't know, whatever position. Shaq is a center, and AD is kind of a hybrid as well. So, but I guess all 4 of us, we have a winning mentality, and we just try to make enough plays out on the floor throughout the course of the game that would benefit not only ourselves individually, but for the most important thing, for the better of the team. And I can't even believe that we, you know, up here talking about myself and AD with Kobe and Shaq. I mean, it's an incredible thing.
Obviously, without Bam, it seemed like the Lakers, again, their size and physicality was a factor, especially on the glass. How big of an impact do you think that was?
Well, yeah, I mean, it clearly was. In those moments of truth, when we had opportunities, to get the game closer, it usually seemed to end up in some kind of offensive rebound or something near the basket. But this is the deal. And if you want something badly enough, you'll figure out how to overcome it. They have a great size, and Anthony Davis is, an elite player. We're trying to get something accomplished. And you just have to go to another level. That's the bottom line. I love a lot of the things, the way we competed tonight, but I think another level would have put us in a position to have an opportunity, a real opportunity there at the end, and that's what you want. And that's us of learning, how to get to that next level. So we got some time tomorrow to review it, own it, and get better.
Next question, Tab Deportes.
Hi, Coach. The next game maybe will be the most important game of the series for you guys. What is the biggest adjustment the team needs to do to win the next game?
Yeah, every game is the most important game. Tonight was the most important game. But we'll get to work tomorrow. I need to look at the film. We need to get together as a team and come up with a plan, for Game 3.
Thank you.
All right, next question, Mark Schwartz.
Eric, two things. One, what does another level look like right now with Bam and Goran on the sideline? And two, what is it about your group, to watch Udonis talk to them in the third quarter? You can see the passion and the resiliency in that guy's veins.
Yeah.
What is it about your group that can overcome what the world thinks is an impossible mountain?
We don't give a shit what everybody else thinks. Whatever, your first question, how did you phrase it? What will it take? Whatever is necessary. It's as simple as that. If you want something badly enough, you'll figure it out. And our group is extremely stubborn, persistent, and we just need to figure out, how to overcome this opponent, and that we respect the high quality of opponent that we're playing. You got to figure it out and overcome it.
Malika?
So you said after last game that you just didn't think it was a good example of Heat basketball. Tonight, where does that fall on the line between Heat basketball and very far away from Heat basketball?
Malika, I'm not necessarily going to grade it. I mean, certainly it was a much better competitive disposition. Our guys brought it. And look, if it ends up being whatever it was, 10, 12-point game, then we need to make up 10, 12 points to overcome that, 13, 14 points to make sure we get the win. That's what we'll get to work on. But look, I love these guys. I love the way we compete. We have to figure out how to overcome this and get over the top.
Tim Reynolds in the back.
Eric, I know you don't want to, I'm certainly not suggesting you go gimmicky or anything, but are you taking enough threes? Do you want to get to a place where you're even getting more of those up, especially early?
I do need to get to the film, Tim, but that is a good point. When we got it to about 10, several times during the second half, thought we rushed some of those possessions. We don't want to play prevent offense by any means, but execute a little bit more with poise and get the exact shot that we want. And oftentimes that shot probably would have been, some kind of three, but it takes a little bit more patience and poise and intentionality to be able to generate a few more looks. Yeah, I think I would have liked a few more looks, but we had, opportunities at the free throw line, opportunities in the paint. It was just some of those rushed opportunities when we had an opportunity to get that thing to 10, see if you can get that to 4.
Next question, Anthony Chang.
Obviously, with Goran and Bam out, so much fell on Jimmy's shoulders. Play 45 minutes, career high and assists for the playoffs. What did you think about his performance, especially offensively?
I love Jimmy. You know, and while we're all learning as a group, you lay it all out there. He is a supreme competitor. You can't define him by any analytic or typical viewpoint of how to play the game